Yo, it's Big J checking in from my used, now 26-year-old camper van, which I copped a couple years back because I was experiencing anxiety about a potential Trumpocalypse. Looks like I might have been pre-shit. And also I was experiencing anxiety about this moment I find myself in where I'm unemployed and wouldn't be able to find a job. I figured if I copped a camper van, I'd always have some place to rest my head. So here in Minnesota, it stays parked over the winter, and once every week I need to start it up and make sure that Wanda J. Williams, that's the name of this camper van, gets the juices flowing every week. So I'm back here reading about finding out that one of my heroes, Deepak Chopra, I found out is all over the Epstein files. And for those of y'all unfamiliar with Deepak, his ability to distill complex spiritual concepts into clear, practical language for everyday folk made him my spiritual exemplar, as well as maybe not my spiritual exemplar, that's Marcus Aurelius, but my modern day spiritual exemplar for sure, and definitely my literary exemplar. He's a brilliant visionary, but he writes in simple terms that even dirt dog meatheads like me can understand. And the first time I read one of his books, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, that's still my favorite of his, I was thinking to myself, like, man, this hell is simple. This is written like almost for little kids. And then I read more of his work, and then it hit me like, yo, I saw what he was doing there. He was doing it on purpose so guys like me could get it. And once I recognized what he was doing, my respect for him deepened to such a degree, you could call him the living person that I looked up to most. I quoted him all the time, and whenever I find myself dealing with an ethical or spiritual dilemma, I'd ask myself, well, what would Deepak do? And now I learned that he was palling around with a sex trafficking pedophile like Jeffrey Epstein. To be clear, Deepak was my last living hero, and I used to deify people I admired because I liked having someone to pattern my life after. But over the past few years, I've met enough of my so-called heroes to learn something. When you put people on a pedestal, they can only disappoint you. Before Deepak, my last living hero was Barack Obama. Of course he was. Mixed brother done good, kind of talk like me. But once it hit me that the only change he and fake-ass progressive care about is the change that jingles in their pockets, I had to drop his ass from the hero list. No big deal. I thought I still had my man Deepak. But now that I know that he's cacking it with Jeffrey Epstein, or was, I read even after Epstein's 2008 conviction, they were still pounding around. So not anymore. Deepak, I'm not going to sit here and judge you, but you're just not my hero anymore. I still admire you, but just like Obama, hero, I'm just too old for that hero bullshit now. So going forward, instead of looking outward for someone to lead the way, I'm turning inward, because real change always comes from the inside out and never the other way around.